Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The career is more at stake when you're proud.
Throwing from the outset is Penix. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Falcons at 8-2 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
Set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 19.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Ramsey. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here we go. Crack up 19 Lions. Dragon 60.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jalen Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Trap 50, trap 79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun. Ramsey. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
18 radio. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Ramsey. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. You talk about this Miami defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Penix. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. So they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Come on.
Operating from the gun, Ramsey. Over the middle, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
19 tight. 70 Rangers, 7, 6, 18, 5 here. 70 up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley.
Still on his feet.
And all the way down to the 5. to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Operating from the gun, Ramsey. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all. There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Here's Penix. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now it's Wright. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Ready, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negative.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson. That's his 18th rushing touchdown in the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The score is 21, Dolphins nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so.
Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Achan on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. That's Bradley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll run for it with Achan.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll set up to throw. Now, man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A 44-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Ramsey. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ramsey. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
2nd and 6. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Penix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. Now this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
7-yard attempt.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
1st first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tight. Come on. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And right with it here over the middle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Dragon 18, 5 in.
2nd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Achane. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 4th down, Ramsey. Here's a diving catch right side. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Trap 60. 60 back here.
Operating from the gun, Ramsey. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bradley. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a bit.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's a screen for Robinson. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his 1st catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Hand off now to Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ramsey.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bradley. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, nice move.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
To the air, Penix.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll throw with Penix. Throw left side. There's London.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
At the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 5.
Looking to throw.
Throws right back to London, complete again.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Robinson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 5. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter This would be their third straight defeat.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to throw again.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down. And an 8-yard pickup. First down,
18,
Dolphins.
Rattler, 18, Cowboy 80. Seven Pirates.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2.
60 Maverick. 19, Mustang 19. 19 tight.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bradley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Okay.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Dolphins 20. Jason
Now
Sanders
after the
to kick off
touchdown,
for
ready to
Miami.
kick it away is Sanders. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
It's It's a gain of a
And this is
yard.
the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Ready? 70 Lions. Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now. Top 60, 70 Timberwolves. 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Ramsey. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal.
Jason Sanders to
Now
kick
after
off
the
for
touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts
Brings up 2nd and
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble, and they did. Took it the other way for a score, and now if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Pass complete to Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game to come up with that interception. Huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Second down in the yard.
Deputy! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.